Greetings, guys. Once again, Gentleman Jim here, and
Victoria Baylor, Dressmaker. Hey, guys.
and who are you?
I am Sonja Wilson.
Sonja Wilson.
Sonja
Where you
Wilson.
from,
I'm
child?
from Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas.
You ever been there?
Been through there.
You
Have
should
been
stop
there.
by.
Not a Cowboy fan.
Oh
We've
my
been ragging
gosh.
about
They,
Are you not?
She
Are you really
is.
not? You are.
No, he's not.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering. I was like, man, I met the first Dallas, non-Dallas Cowboy fan.
No,
No,
born
they-
and raised, and definitely a Cowboys fan. We have to work on that. I don't
Okay.
know what the problem is here. That's America's
Okay.
team.
Yeah. Sonja's been with me for over a week now. She came in to improve on her wonderful sewing. Sonja's a wonderful sewer. But like a lot of you guys, you lack something. And the good Lord has provided me with that vehicle to give you that something. And I hope that you got something, or you're getting something there.
I am. I'm getting a lot. Mainly my struggles is fit, pattern manipulation, and so I've learned a lot of tricks, techniques, and then I wanted to focus on plaids and stripes, and I'm learning a lot about matching plaids and stripes, the right way to do it.
It's beaten up to a point, but
Yes.
she can
Yeah.
punch back.
Well, that's really good because, you know, like Mr. Jim said, I feel like you, because I came in sewing fairly well, and then to pick up those, it's just amazing, those little slight tweaks that you get from him that like changes how you sew. Do you feel like you've grown tremendously within this week, and has it changed your direction of where you're going to go with your sewing now?
Oh,
or?
absolutely. I feel like I know I've grown, and I'm taking back a wealth of knowledge. And not only that, just also tools and supplies that I've never used before that I've been introduced to. I'm like, oh, I never thought about using that. Oh, really? Is that how that works? So, yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's why we always encourage, I'm so sorry, we always encourage people to work with a mentor, because it's just like, you know, any kind of situation where you work with someone that's a little bit more experienced, it helps you just kind of rise the ranks of the ladder a lot quicker than if you were trying to struggle on your own. That's very, very good. So,
Yeah.
awesome. So wait, what got you sewing in the first place?
You
We
know,
just met you. You've been a legend before, since before that.
well, you know, my grandmother sewed for a living, and my mom sewed also. And I never had any interest in sewing because I had all brothers and they were outside playing football, and that's what I wanted to do. So about 10 years ago, I just picked up a sewing machine and started sewing, and my mom was like, well, when did you learn how to sew? I'm like, I don't know, but this is what I do now. And so I now like live to sew. I plan my day around my sewing.
Oh, wow.
I do. I do. I can't wait for the weekend so I can start sewing.
So what's your technique to that? Because we have a lot of people that are either full-time work, retired, whatever, and their question is, how do I make time? Because in order to be good at something, you have to do it. You have to focus on it, concentrate. What are your techniques and tips for everyone?
I have a plan for sewing. So I usually sew, I binge sew all weekend with Netflix. And so what I do, I make sure my house is clean Thursday and Friday. It's just totally clean. And then after Friday cleaning, I cut out everything that I'm going to sew on Fridays, and then Saturday I'm up in my sewing center, that's what I call it, by 6 o'clock a.m. and I'm sewing all day long. So everything is already cut, so it's just putting it together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I do.
So you're a weekend sewer primarily,
I am a weekend
with some
sewer.
prepping in there.
With some prepping on Fridays.
Very
Yeah, with a
nice.
full-time job, I don't have the opportunity to do it until the weekend.
Well, that's actually really impressive. You hear that, everybody? It's very impressive.
All you guys who talk about, I don't have time. You know, I've said time and time again, you got more time than you got money.
Yeah. And time is actually way more valuable than money
Than money,
anyway.
sure.
So, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's very, very, and of course, wherever your heart is, that's where you devote your time. So it's very,
Exactly.
very, so we see your heart is definitely
It
in
is
sewing.
definitely in sewing.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is.
So what's your specialty? What do you normally sew?
You know, I like, I think I would say pants. I like tailored wide leg pants. He talks about classic look. I think that's the best classic look ever when you have a...
Oh, Sonja made a pair, her first pair, really good fit. I'm not saying the first pair of pants.
Yeah, I stood in the mirror for about 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Just
they
in
fit
love?
her. She
They
said,
fit
whoa.
really well. All the curves were in the right spot, touched the waistline just the way it needed to be, and they are very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. I can't wait to make those again.
Well, see, and it's such a great investment because you learn how to do it a way which you love to do it, and you can make hundreds of pairs of pants because nothing really changes around the crotch. It's really like the leg, how you
Right.
switch that up, and pockets and stuff. So sounds like that was a good enough part of your investment right there.
It was awesome.
Okay,
It was
And
awesome.
she has made, all of my students that come through, she's got her own pattern for pants, a skirt, made a little fan tag, you know, my little fan pleat,
yeah.
made a little fan pleat there. Now we have a good jacket pattern for her. We're going to touch lightly on tops and, dresses, but she's good at that. It was the tailor thing that she needed the help at.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Very, very nice. So let's see. So we know a little bit. Tell us a little bit about did you grow up in Texas?
I did. I'm born and raised in Dallas, Texas, and been there all my life.
Okay, so
Yeah,
aside
lots of
from
traveling.
being a sewing superhero,
I'll
what do
keep
you
talking.
do
Excuse me.
for a
second.
living?
I work for a telecommunication company.
Oh, okay.
I'm a grandmother,
Oh.
mother 3, grandmother 2, and I enjoy girlfriend times. We have sew dates. We have sew dates, but I think my life pretty much now, because I've traveled a lot, but it's just sewing and doing my craft. 'Cause I love it.
So where do you plan to go with this? You have this skill, you're developing so well, you're good at it. What are you gonna do?
That's a good question because I didn't know if it was a hobby or a career. I know currently it's a hobby because I like sewing for myself, but it's becoming a career because people are always asking me to make things for them, and I don't have a problem with sewing for others. I just wanted to make sure if I'm going to sew for you, it has to be the best that I could do. The fit has to be perfect. And that's what I struggle with. So with the techniques that I've gotten from Mr. Jim, then I can sew for others with the confidence that I know they're getting a well-made garment.
Well, it sounds like you're ready to take off.
We have talked about some things. As I do the best that I can to guide all of my students in a good direction. And like I tell all of them, the key to it is getting in the game. Got to get in the game, because when you get in the game, they come knocking on your door. Trust me, they come knocking on your door. And since Sonja posted several things, folk have started calling her. And before, like she told me, here's a young lady who called me and said, like a lot of them do, they just want to get to that next level to where they feel confident enough to be able to give it to the general public. Because I tell everybody, the general public has a right of refusal. And if it's no good, they have a right to send it back. You don't want that to happen. So you want all of your garments to be professional looking, to where you get that old cliche, that look like it came out of a store. It's supposed to. That's my attitude. It's supposed to. Because if it looked like it came out of grandma's kitchen, then it's not. People used to say, that looked like that came out of a store. Okay, what did you really expect? You paid your money. You want the best.
Exactly.
And that's the key to it. That's why, you guys have heard me for years now talking about your workmanship will speak for itself. And it also brings the next generation of people to you through word of mouth, because when you see someone in what they've made and people ask, where did you get that from? Because they'll ask you that first, where did you get that from? And when you could turn around and say, I tell them, don't say, this is what I do. Always tell them, this is what I do. Let them ask the next question, well, can you do it for me? Rather than, can I make you something? No, always ask them, just tell them, this is what I do. They'll ask you the next question. If they like it, and they want it, and you give them the price. Like I told Sonja, like I tell everybody, if they swallow hard, you know that one of them things, they can't afford you. Do not shortchange yourself on your prices.
Amen. Amen. If they can't do it, somebody else will. And someone will value your skill.
Yeah.
So we always ask our students, what's your rating for Mr. Jim? And then what would you encourage students that are interested in learning, knowing more? What can they get from working with him?
My rating for Mr. Jim on a scale from 1 to 10?
Oh, I mean, whatever, however you want to just...
I have to give Mr. Jim a 25.
Ooh, that's high. That's high.
Because honestly, you know, I really felt confident with the first time I even talked to Mr. Jim on the phone. One of the things that I would say that you can definitely learn is that a lot of people can sew. I can sew. But what I gained here, when you dissect a garment, when you look underneath the jacket and you see what all goes underneath that jacket, that's where the quality is. I mean, the outside may look gorgeous, but if it's not made right on the inside, it's not going to last you very long. So much money going down the drain. So I think that the main and the best technique that I've learned here is how to make a garment.
No, I can't get rid of her. And I really don't want to. When I have somebody that comes into my universe and my space, and I see what they can do, and I see how they feel about the passion of sewing, I really don't want to get rid of them.
Well, I'm not going anywhere.
But most of my students that have succeeded in this industry, and I always know, you know, I keep a bond with them, and I mentor them. Any questions that they have or any way that I can help them, I'm there for them. I mean, I'm a people person. I like them. I like her.
I like you too, Mr. Jim.
I just met Miss Sonja, and she is a sweetheart. So I look forward to seeing her around a lot.
Thank you.
We'll get you on this show again. But I guess if that's it.
That's it. But once again, you know, we thank you guys for continuously tuning into us. We always look to bring those that have traveled a long distance to see me into our little circle so you guys can get a chance to see them. You know, I get a lot of quotes from people. Everybody got some different kind of quote of why they can't. I tell people, look, I'm in Savannah, Georgia, but I've had students come from all over this country. And I hear people say, oh, well, you're too far. Well, so what? So what?
It's an investment.
Okay? You know? They go all the way to California, and Mimi G, I love her. She's my good friend. To Mimi G's little conference, or over here to this little conference. This is not a conference. This is a learning experience more so than a conference. And that's what I do. I want to see as many people get to the next level as they can, because I'm pulling back out of this. I'm launching my line of clothes. I want to do more public speaking. I want to paint. I want to write. So me teaching it the way I've been teaching it, because now I'm only teaching private students. Before I would have 4 or 5 beginners. And I'm only teaching private students. And I really and truly only want to deal with those that want to elevate themselves to the next level. The time factor from the beginning to where they want to get, I don't have the time anymore. But private students, I love to handle.
So come on now, if you want to get with them and schedule some time to spend with Mr. Jim, now would be a great opportunity. Plus, it's Savannah. It's gorgeous here.
A lovely port
We haven't
city.
had winter yet. We're still waiting on it. So,
Yeah. So, as we bid you farewell, like I said, in this holiday season, happy holidays to everyone in Savannah, out there, and Dallas, Texas.
yes, yes.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Hopefully we'll see you before then. But until then, don't forget I have a color consult consult for sewing students, a program coming out, training. So be on the lookout for that.
Sure. And I'll be posting where my garments will be for sale on which sites.
We'll list that
they're
too.
just about complete. and tune in. And like I told Victoria when I started this is my best work. It really is. I've been doing this for 50 plus years. This is the best work that I've done. I'm so ecstatic about it because I tell you guys, like I told you once before, when I step back and I look at what I do, I say, ooh, that's good. Ooh, that's good. That's what you want to tell yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Now, pat yourself if it's not good. But when it's good, tell yourself, because I work on building all of my students' self-esteem up because, and there's a reason for that, my mentor did it for me, only because I got good. And tell yourself that, because when you can tell yourself that that's good, then it's very good.
That's right. You're ready for the world.
Yeah, so once again, happy holidays. Talk to you guys at another time. Miss Sonja will be here till the end of this week with me, and then she's going back to Dallas. And I'm going to have to now make a point to get to Dallas. So,
and we'll go to the Cowboys game.
Oh, Lord.
My.
Strings attached.
So, talk to you guys at another time.
All right. Bye. Love y'all.